Dmitry Tursunov has discussed his time with Emma Raducanu. Dmitry Tursunov has opened up on his work with Emma Raducanu after opting to walk away from the Brit following their trial period together last year. At the time, the renowned WTA coach claimed that red flags from her team forced him to split with Raducanu, but Tursunov has nothing but praise for the woman herself, giving an insight into just how hard the 20-year-old is on herself. Tursunov and Raducanu linked up ahead of the American hardcourt Summer Swing last year and stayed together until the Brits' last tournament of the year in Ostrava before she cut her season short through injury. But they split suddenly when the former ATP number 20 decided to walk away from the U.S. Open winner and ended up working with Olympic champion Belinda Bencic. In the weeks after their split, the Russian coach admitted there were some red flags that just couldn't be ignored that forced his hand. Despite sticking around beyond their initial trial period to try and make things work with Raducanu's team, and Tursunov has now opened up on his brief stint with the former world number 10 once again, sharing an insight into her work ethic on the practice court. "I mean, with me, she was a hard worker," he told the Craig Shapiro podcast, backing Raducanu to get back to the top of the game after dropping to number 81 in the world. "Sooner or later, she's just gonna sort it out." While the current coach of Bencic thought it would take time for Raducanu to find her feet on the tour, he believed she had it in her to stick it out all the way. "She's too smart of a person not to sort out, you know. She loves tennis too much not to figure it out," he added. "It's just a question of how long it's gonna take her and how difficult the road is going to be. But I think she's the person who is willing to go down a bumpy road." The former coach of Aryna Sabalenka and Anett Kontaveit also admitted that he enjoyed their time together as he vouched for her attitude towards tennis. Tursunov continued, "She's super young. But she's very demanding of herself and she pushes herself a lot. She's super tough on herself, but to me, I felt like she's an incredible and intelligent person. When you talk to her, you just forget she's 19 or 20. And so, in that sense, I really enjoyed every second of it." Quote. While Tursunov is now working with Bencic, who believes her recent run of form is down to the Tursunov effect, Raducanu hired Sebastian Sachs on a trial basis at the end of 2022 and continued working with the German coach in Australia at the start of the season. She will next compete at next week's Texas Open, her first tournament since the Aussie Open, where she reached the second round despite carrying an injury.